gunner.
Hey, my walk is so cocky, the bouncers don't even stop me.
Hey.
No pat down, no ID, they no gunner. Two-tone shoot like the Joker, my Harley Quinn wears a choker. Let them suicide over, so much smoke can't photos. All this my minions, whoa, yeah. Any weed around me finna get low. No lie, I'm on fire. Anybody need a realization that they're fucking with the wrong guy? I pick up the mic and I start a riot. I spit a verse and I change the client. Fuck a dealer, man.
Ooh, that's a bar.
Drop the weight off like Christy never died. Someone ringing sirens, I just fucking silence. I just fucking louder. Pull the fucking stoppers. I resort to violence.
As far as intros go, I think that's the strongest one he's had. And I think the best thing about this album is that, unlike General Admission, I've seen people talk about this. I've seen that this album stayed in people's attention and memory spans a lot longer than the previous album did. So, maybe going... And again, y'all want to hate pop music so fucking much, but the minute you go pop, you get all the certifications, all the notoriety, all the opportunities, and you stick around. The pop audience is out here for their people. Number 2, Wake and Bake. Ooh.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Woo!
Brush your teeth and light the J up.
Woo!
Bake. Hey, veggie oil in the pan. Fry the chicken with the hand.
Woo!
Yeah, man. Fuck, I'm late to work again. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Hey, smoke me out though.
You always win with solos over here. Harmonies, solos, and strings. Ooh. Ooh. That's an album title. If any of y'all think about stealing that, sample me, give me credits, whatever. I just came up with that on the fly. You bitch you. Number 3, Go For Broke featuring James Arthur. James Arthur's got that song, holding the girl's hair back when she threw up. Say You Won't Let Go. I'm pretty sure that's the name of it. I could be wrong, I don't know, but I know of him. I don't think I heard this song. I think it was one of the singles. Oh, I'm not sure. Y'all know, the way that my brain works with all the music that's impacted in here, I be forgetting. Oof.
You could stay young or you could grow old. Let it go. Cause I'm a go for broke. I started with $1 and a dream, right? So I can show these people how to dream right. I still remember checking my account and having $26 when I signed my record deal night. And I remember being cold. And my
I felt that one.
Need to heal up, you gotta pay for keeps.
Let me pause. This is more the reason why I'll listen to guys like MGK, Mac Miller. I'm talking strictly white rappers right now. I'll listen to him, MGK, Mac Miller. I'll even go back and listen to Asher Roth and, just other white MCs that really can get down. Lil Dicky, they're good people and they really, really put effort into their work. I'll listen to them over people like Russ and people like Token any day. I mean, Russ can rap his ass off. Token can rap as well. But I don't get down with Token's music whatsoever. I don't like his attitude. His arrogance, much like Russ's, is just... I'll just leave it at that. I like when people are just all about their art when they let their art speak for themselves. When you out here, fuck such and such because they're a popular rapper and I'm not. That's some hating energy, and it's probably why Homeboy ain't popped off yet. Russ is out here. Yeah, he can be an asshole. Well, he's kind of proven to be an asshole, but that's neither here nor there. But Russ can still rap, and Russ will let his success speak for him whenever he is met with adversity. So I give him the W there. However, I don't mean I gotta buy his album or his singles.
Still wants me fall. Hold up, you know what? I ain't sorry at all. So I hope that it was worth it when you searching and you could get high or you could get low. You could stay young or
Yeah, I'm not feeling that hook. Nah.
Life is rich, I didn't play it, girl, so I let it go. I just hit the road, I just let it go.
Not my favorite song, but I love MGK's flow on it. And, you know, I know MGK's a good dude. He's a good dad. And he's not cringy like how Macklemore is. Macklemore's a great dad. He's a good husband. I don't need to hear him rap, but I like how he is off the mic. And it's the same with MGK, but I also like what MGK does on the mic. So it's slightly different, but yeah, I probably wouldn't go back to that. But MGK, he's got rhythm down. He can lace beats any which way that he wants. So shout out to him. Number 4, At My Best, featuring Haley Steinfeld, who's a great talent. I'm almost certain I've heard this song, so if I have, I'll probably cut it short, but if not, I'll let it play out.
I wrote the song as a message for help on behalf of anybody finding themselves juicy. I've been hurt, I've seen the scar tissue. If I showed you, would you run away? Do I gotta be you just to please you?
Yeah, I have heard this. Yeah, I think I remember listening to that when the album was available for pre-order, and it kind of deterred me from like going through and purchasing it, because I was feeling Trap Paris enough to pre-order the whole thing. Yeah, I really do enjoy Haley Steinfeld, but I don't really like that hook from her either, and yeah, because I didn't like Bad Things, I remember, I think that came out after that, and I was like, I'm not feeling this one either, but, you know, that song probably helped out somebody, and that song probably really, really hits the chord with a lot of his fans, so, you know, to each their own. That's your jam, that's your jam. Number 5, Kiss the Sky.
To tell myself when I drink so much that it hurts my health, cause I stay up way too late and I owe a million favors. I think I just left the solar system. Doesn't matter, I still kept the rhythm. And it's still gonna light up like a prism. If this isn't heaven, then what is it? Always real but never realistic. Wonder world but nothing is specific.
This is an interesting track. That sounds like him on the hook too.
Add some pieces to the puzzle. Couple rights, couple wrongs. That's the prequel to the sequel.
Okay. That one's alright. I definitely need more listens with that one. I'm really just perplexed by it though, because I was not expecting a track like that, especially how heavy Lace Up was. Like, Lace Up was a heavy album. But he was, you know, he was trying to make a statement. He was trying to show that you're going to respect me and you're going to see what I bring to the table. I don't care what you say. I'm gonna make sure you hear this Lace Up album. I'm going in on every track. But it's interesting to see so much of the rock influence on this album, because he himself is a guitarist. He can play. I'm actually impressed that he was able to integrate it so well and blend the genres to where they mesh and they work with each other. It's very interesting. Number 6, Golden God. Ooh, go off. Ooh, go off. Yeah.
I need the near war robber. They need my merchandise on Melrose. David Bowie of my generation killed a Moe bottle with no hesitation. And I do whatever the fuck you wanted. They be asking why I'm such a legend. I took so much acid, I be forgetting. I'm a golden god, I'm on the roof of the party. Whiskey bottles, 38, bang. Miles be on the same thing. ESD, that's the gang. I'm a golden god, still almost famous. Still one away dangerous.
Trap Paris is like the only one that's like right there with it, etching for that number 1 spot. But that's a dope one. That's much better than the few tracks that I've heard already. So shout out to Golden God. He spazzed on that one. Number 7, Trap Paris, featuring Quavo and Ty Dolla $ign. This is one of my favorite songs ever. That's the only way I can put it. That's the only way. If you haven't heard this greatness, here's a little bit of it for you.
Back home flag on taps out. What the fuck is that about? I'm homebred, hometown, been around the world. I'm back now. Who the champ? Who the champ? Diamond fangs like a vamp. First I rolled up the last, then I went back for seconds. Swear that pussy the west. That's what I do. Yeah. I woke up and passed. In the bed with a bash. Made it from the bottom. What you thinking of me? What you think? I owe money like a Nintendo. Bring it back home, need to reload. Bring back Chris Mike.
Number 8, Moonwalkers featuring Dub XX. Hey, y'all gonna have to inform me. Or Robert, you can tell me.
Walk up in the spot with hella reefer on me. Pockets full of hella quarters like I'm about to feed the meter on me. Two seaters on me, two chiefers. With trees lit like Christmas Eve. I'm so facetious, so indecent. Fuck the world and leave the speechless. Rock that jacket with the cheetah. Look like Elvis with these sequins. I'm saying. You get popped, that ain't soda, my nigga. Got a bag full of green like some groceries, nigga. Yeah. Fast lights, ash pipes, lit up like flash.
Okay.
Fast cash, shout out to the fans. Early Monday morning.
Ooh, this beat. This is my top 5. Top 5 for the album. He kind of sounds like Uzi a little bit, and I like that. It's not too much to where I can be like, come on, bro. But it's enough to where I can be like, okay. Yeah, that track is dope. Lyrics were crazy too. I would say this is the most engaged I've heard MGK. And I think it's because there's so much to offer with this album. You know, he's using all of his influence this time instead of one being influenced more so, like how the last 2 albums were. I feel like the last one was much more rock inspired. And then the first album was Take Me Seriously in his hip-hop shit. So, you know, you live and you learn, you grow. Or in this case, you bloom. Number 9, Can't Walk.
Y'all can't see my eyes behind these shades.
Young man.
I can't lie, dog. I'm so fried, dog. One night, I'ma get it done. Can't stop till I see the sun. One bite, eat the drugs. Can't die, I'm too young. Purple rain, fell in my cup, slurring. Y'all can't see my eyes be fucked up for the last 2 days straight. I've been fucked up for the last 2 days, dog, and I can't walk. I ain't slept in 3 nights. Y'all can't see my.
I know the lazy delivery was intended because, you know, he's been fucked up for 2 days. But I kind of felt like it was a detriment to it just a little bit. I think the beat was a little too eccentric to be lazy on. That's why when he switched up the flow during the verse, I was like, okay, yeah, get into it. So, I don't know. That one was okay for me, but the production was a definite risk. I like experimental shit like that, especially from hip-hop artists. So, shout out. I ain't love it, but I like the effort. That's one of the main things that's important to me. So I gotta respect it. Give credit where credit's due. Number 10, Bad Things, Machine Gun Kelly and Camila Cabello. Not a fan of this song. If you like it, you can hear a little bit of it right now.
What can I say? It's complicated. Don't matter what you say, don't matter what you do.
What you dream about? Nail scratch on my back tap. Eyes closed when you scream out and you keep me in with those hips.
Number 11, Rehab. Uh-oh. Okay.
Can we please start over? Now that we're both sober, even though that won't last long. I paid them to lie to me. One of them girls gave a line to me. I spent my night at the strip club. I paid them girls just to get love. And me, don't cover my scars. Let them bleed. Well, I'm so happy. And we don't need rehab.
Okay. Okay, wait a second now. Kind of went a little Post Malone on me. I don't like Post Malone's music like that. It doesn't move me. But Stay caught my attention on Beer Bongs and Bentleys. And this is kind of reminded me of when the album went in that direction. I didn't really care for the Fleetwood Mac cover he did. I'm pretty sure that was him. I didn't care for that Go Hard song or whichever one it was off of Stoney. I didn't care for it. I didn't like Stoney, but it's interesting to see hip hop artists, that can do more than just rap. It's interesting to see them dive into different stuff and put that on the album too. With how judgmental hip hop fans are, and how much they want everything to be structured and follow the rules and the format of what the culture is and stuff. It's interesting to see people who make it in the genre take risks like this, and that helps me go back to them to see what else they can do, because when you're a one-dimensional artist like a Lil Pump or a 6ix9ine rather, that the chances of you staying in my memory and the chances of you being in rotation in my playlist are very slim, very, very slim. However, if I know you from rap, or if I know you from R&B or any genre, and you show me something different, which is one of the reasons why I think Tyler Joseph is dope, because I know him from the alternative and the emo stuff, but he can rap. If he wanted to spit bars, he could. He's proven that. So, even though I don't like 21 Pilots' music anymore like that, I can go back to certain songs on the album. And I say album because I tell him all the time, I really only like Blurryface, but I go back to a couple songs on that album. I go back to Heathens. I go back to, I don't even want to get into that. But, I like that he put this on the album. It definitely shows me that he's capable of doing more than just rapping. Shout out.
But maybe it was both. Maybe it was the secrets I ain't want you to know. Maybe I wasn't leaving. Maybe you made me go. So I'm so happy. We don't need rehab.
Hey. I need to see this guy live. I definitely want to see him play guitar live. Number 12, Let You Go. He's singing on this one. You going full Drake on me?
2, 3, 4. Whoa, whoa. She said you need to let me go. Whoa. Said I for you. You're like my drug, but I can't get high off you. You're not mine anymore. Words, yeah, it's just her. Body against mine. Makeup on my shirt. Lipstick on my neck. Whiskey on my breath. Whoa. She said I die for you. You're like my drug. I've been holding on to a memory since you walked.
Where did that come from? Okay. I didn't really like the production on that one. It was interesting to see it switch up from when he rapped. But, yeah, not my favorite track. But, again, with the risks, kept it interesting. I gotta respect that. Doesn't matter if I love the song or not. The risk is what keeps you in people's minds. That's the main reason people love Pretty Hot so much. That, and people actually like that album, but, they took a risk. They completely switched up their sound. So, I gotta respect it. Shout out. Coming up on the last bit of tracks, number 13, 27.
And if I must go and die at 27, then at least I know I died a legend. Divide alive inside forever and feel me forever. Yeah, real fellas from past dealers where people counted me out till I grew up to count millions on. Like I guess it's good to be different, huh? Understood anytime I evolved. Tell me, what do you do when what you dream comes true? Buy a Bentley and look just like you created. I need to overdose on inspiration. 27. If I must go, legend.
That effect on his voice is dope. Really working for the hook right now.
I give you my voice to listen to. What is a beautiful life without a beautiful death? What is a beautiful mind? How is our beauty defined?
That's real right there.
Forever young though. 27. Bloom.
Oh, hell yeah. Just let the booth up to lighten up. Ooh, I got chills off of that. Shout out, shout out. Now, that would be the way that the album ends, but much like the Imagine Dragons album, I think he added 2 songs, these 2 songs that are following. It's dope to see him conceptualize that and make it into a really, really good song. And to really make it a closer for his album is even greater in my opinion. So, shout out. Number 14, The Breakup.
I know you bought me to watch. You ain't get it back though. My name on the back though. I flipped the lock to the back though and took the key under the mat though. Should have been a one night stand, but here we go again. I wish that I loved you, but you're gone, so it's fuck you. I'm a player. I am everything that you wanted, but you're scared. Do not mention me in any stories. Do not show up everything that you wanted, but you're scared. I wish I could say I loved you or that I cared.
The beat was crazy. Hook was a very interesting delivery. I see that he was going for that rock singer-esque change of pronunciation. And it works, you know? And it's cool. It's cool to hear that, you know? Again, versatility, you know? You don't get that from a lot of people. You don't see a lot of people fuse their influences in what they like to do primarily, maybe, so. That's cool, yeah. I'm pretty sure whoever went through a bad breakup felt this in their soul. So shout out to y'all, and I hope you're okay. And finally, number 15, Habits.
Some days I feel so out of place with all these fake people in my face. I cannot relate. If turn around and then hate, maybe I was living off expectations, or I was born in the wrong generation. That's probably it. Meanwhile, I'm crushing weed overseas, hope believe never find me. I am 13, I was clean and still counting. Save me from these daydreams of too long and cold.
Okay, Kelz with the vocals? What? Beat's crazy. Wow. Even that works as a closer for the bonus version, I guess. All right, okay. I think having 2 songs about life, and one being the first way to close it when the album first came out, and then, you know, adding those 2 songs to the album, and then having Habits be the one that closes it is also a really, really great decision. Because, you know, it leaves a final note. It leaves closure. So, shout out. This was fun. And shout out to you, Robert. After finishing Bloom from Mr. MGK, I'm very, very impressed with the growth of his artistry and just how deep he's diving into what he is good at. You usually don't see this from artists until like their 5th album, or when they really have, you know, room to be experimental. Case in point, one of my favorite albums of all time that everybody hates is Lil Wayne's Rebirth. I thought Rebirth was fantastic, and it was right after the Carter 3, so that's a bold move. Carter 3 was a classic, and I think Rebirth was great too. You know, nobody else agrees with me, but whatever. So seeing Wayne take such a drastic turn after, you know, it's funny because I hate to compare because I don't like this album at all, but Rebirth was pretty much Lil Wayne's Pretty Odd, and you know, they got the same. It got a major polarized reaction, but I feel that that's one of his better albums, and a lot of Panic fans still comment today saying this is their best album. That I don't know what I'm talking about, which is fine. That's your opinion, as is mine that it's not a good album. But I digress. I remember buying all of General Admission and kind of. You know, I bought it as a fan, and I kind of was just like, this is all right. I kind of wish I didn't buy it. But I did buy Lace Up, and I was happy with that. I thought Lace Up was great. The title track with Lil Jon was hard as hell. And Until I Die was just the best song off of General Admission, in my opinion. And I know that's very basic fan of me to say, but I think his delivery, I think his flow on that is iconic and impeccable. MGK has been in this for a cool minute, so shout out to him and all of his success and everything that he's doing. With Bloom, though, I think this is the album that will propel him to different things. It probably already has. This man loves what he does, and he's always hard at work. So I wouldn't be surprised if the next album has even more influence. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if we got a full rock album from MGK. Stretching his vocals like that leaves the door wide open for what he can do. So I enjoyed Bloom. Bloom was fun. A lot of hits, couple misses, but I think my top 5 would have to be in no particular order. 27, Trap Paris, Wake and Bake, Rehab, and Moonwalkers, definitely. That's going to do it for the suggestion session. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, the whole 9. Contribute to the Patreon. You know what it is, and you know the biz. Jared O'Brien, and I'm out.